Yo, I'm here with HYAN and we're going to do a very special experiment to run with you now. You're known as one of the world's leading experts in a special beverage named...
Gizzy Gold. Oh my gosh. You didn't. This is Northern Hemisphere Max coming out of here, man. This is Uncle HYAN in London with Rothy Reds right here, the Gonster. Hold up. This is a type shit moment. Holy shit, the Gonster.
That's right, so we need the public to know from the mouth of the expert, bro. Can you please help us pour the Gonster?
Okay, so I'm a man of many beverages, but the Gonster is a special one because it takes like 4 days to pour it because of how much mana there is in these two drinks alone. When they mix together, it gets crazy. So it's always like Monster first and then like kind of slowly Guinness over top. But I normally get them from a Witherspoons and they come like one Guinness, one Monster. And you like pour it yourself. So
We'll try the analog.
Yeah, we're going for like the full like deconstructed like Ponsonby version.
Let's go. Should
we get into it?
I'll clip that on your or you can clip that on your chest there and you don't have to hold the...
Alright. Best enjoyed, poured into a glass. Okay. I thought there was going to be further instructions, it's just that. Alright, now we're just really slowly, because they don't mix. And the beauty of a Gonster is you get this lovely ombre.
I didn't realize I was in for literally a surgery procedure here.
Yeah, sorry, it all gets out of hand otherwise, but that's just the power of the Gonster. Look at that ombre.
That's mad.
Look at that shit.
Look at the lid on it as well, man.
I gotta give a shout out to Rothy Reds one time, man. He's the man I got to drink a Gonster, sorry. Trading and or splitting anything with G in it normally isn't my forefront, but it's do you want some tips or do you just want to hook into it?
I'm just gonna go blind, bro. I'm just gonna go blind.
Yeah, right, fantastic.
Right.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, come on.
Mine was...
Rob, what the fuck, Rob? Okay, the tip should have been don't spill it on yourself and drink more than like... Two takes, yeah.
Right, take two.
Rob, what the fuck?
Nurse it.
Oh my days. That's looking bloody good, Rob.
Bro, did you nail it?
I didn't. Unless we're... Oh my god, the foam is settling a little bit. Don't fucking play with me. Don't play with me.
Might I suggest we got tech decks here? Kia ora. So here with Max, aka HYAN. It's been a minute, and we were just talking about when we were introduced to you like 3 years ago at R&V, and just being like, this guy's got some kind of aura, some kind of energy that's different.
That's right. Oh man, yeah, it's cool, bro. It's come a long way, and so
yeah,
we could shift it up a bit.
Yeah, and since then, I think the biggest thing that sort of stood out to me about yourself, I mean, following you online, that's where I see all your stuff, and your online personality just seems to be like straight you, like just straight like the most eccentric performative sides of yourself. And I just wonder, like, what's that journey been like from when you started being public facing to now?
Yeah. Well, fortunately / unfortunately, I was just born with like I don't know. Creating things and putting it online has been what I love to do for ages. Like when I was a kid, I was like one of those like fucking make YouTube videos kids, you know? So like that kind of side of things and being like putting myself out there online is definitely something that's always been part of my personality. I'm just like a fucking boisterous, no filter cunt. So like it helps. That helped a lot. I still do sometimes feel like, fuck, is this authentic? And then I'm like, if I do think that, no, don't post it. But like a lot of the time I am just being silly and having fun, and people need to be more silly, man. Bring back silly 2026. No one's being too cool. There's no egos. Like we're all just fucking dorks having a good time. We're all just like really like evolved monkeys having fun to some like doof. Like what the fuck? Have a little dance, have some fun. It's all good.
Straight up. And I wonder, like, do you have moments where you think about how that might influence your career or career opportunities or anything, or is it just part of the journey?
I try not to. At the end of the day, I don't want to like be someone who like compromises who I am for like brand opportunity or something like that. like in many senses of the words, like morally, but then even just like vibes wise, like if like I've definitely had brand opportunities like shut down because like I'm smoking a zoot on my Instagram or something dumb, and like anything I think twice about, or I'm like, this is cringe, like this is not you, you're doing this because you think you have to or because someone's told you to. I'm like, shut that down.
Yeah, and creatively in like a music sense, when you're producing stuff,
Yeah.
does that side of yourself shine as well? Or do you have to take more of a serious approach sometimes when you're doing your music making?
No, I try to keep it the same, mate. Like, I've definitely made songs in the past that I'm like trying to make a song that like fits X formula, and like those, like if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't perform well. And the songs that I make off a whim and that feel really good or feel like I'm trying to do something new or like pushing myself or learning something new, those are the ones that always like just naturally seem to do better, or I like want to listen to them more. I want to play them in every set. Like I'm an old dude now, like low key, so high key maybe, I don't know, these wrinkles might tell different on the 4D cam. I'm uncle, bro. So like I have like got to a point where I'm very comfortable just like the real ones, the yous of the world will like appreciate it. And so I'm like, oh, awesome, man, that's it. Yeah, so approaching that with that same mentality for music, for sure.
Sick. From a career standpoint, like, I mean, there must be some kind of motivation or intention where it's like, or if I did things this way and just did it in a monetary way, that would make life easier on that front. How do you balance that?
It's like a good question. I do have like a lot of like internal korero with my friends as well, just like about like, I don't know, like, are we just slaves in this capitalist regime, man? Like, I know we just hit the gonster. We should just be hitting the blunt and going Joe Rogan on like, are we just but I'm like, yeah, like I don't care. Like I feel like I am in a place that I'm happy to trade off like that kind of like financial responsibility for like like being happy, and like I have had like such a like sick career so far, and I like love everything I've done, and I have so much fun, and I got so many fucking cool opportunities. I travel a lot, and like that's so worth it to me. Like that trade off.
Who's sort of like some key influences in your life who like help you sort of test stuff out with?
Karu is someone. He's got an incredible ear. He's lovely, and he won't say anything mean, but he will be like honest and realistic about like tracks, which is like someone who I really value their opinion. Like you were talking last night about like Messi, like playing a 6-hour set, and the ebbs and flows and the peaks and valleys, like that's what makes you world class. And like people can argue like, oh yeah, they're just pressing play on songs, but it's like if you are curating something that's special and moving, you feel something. Like that's what really makes like a DJ an artist.
Do you see yourself as like kind of an icon in the culture? Or maybe that's a loaded question to answer as a Kiwi bloke, but
yeah, that's a mad one.
But like, more so, how do you feel about your place in the culture? And
yeah, no, I can understand. Like again, like I am kind of unks, and I have been doing this for ages, and like I've been through different like paths of my own musical journey. And as far as like pillars of culture, like I really believe in like being yourself. Like the only reason New York is so sick is because New Yorkers are being New Yorkers, and like the same with like the London scene, like people are being British, like they're being themselves. Like everything stems from like authenticity. So like don't like try like front like you're from the ends in London when you're from like Ortada. Like just like be the DJ from Ortada and tell your story through those tunes. But like so I hope that maybe like my influence is like being like repping where you're from. Like I love Gizzy, I love New Zealand. Aotearoa is so special, but to me, because I'm from New Zealand, so I got to tell that story. Like even though it's through UK songs a lot of the time, it's like still trying to be that. So yeah, I feel like that's important for culture.
Theoretically, what do you think artistry that comes out of Devonport would look like?
I don't know many cats from Devonport, like, but I'm sure like they've got some awesome stories to tell, like about getting dropped off at school in the Tesla and stuff. Like, nah. But now, like there is that story there. They're like, you know, like shout out my Devonport DJs, man, please. I want to hear more rap out of Devonport, please.
Well, I can tell you one group, No Comply.
Oh, fuck yeah. Sick. Yeah, I love No Comply. And I played for them. I was their DJ in London when they played at Plans After. great storytellers as well. See, there we go. Those are the people out of Devonport, man. Like, they're like authentically Kiwi as well. Like, I don't know. That's awesome.
No Comply played at Matakanarama last year. Finn and I were just in tears on the side, just watching the crowd. Like, but the way that the crowd like just got so into it, it was like a highlight set for a lot of people, which was so sick. These guys got some unique artistry that can be appreciated in the right environment, in the right crowd, where the crowd just has all this mental energy to put into it, and not just like the background noise doing its job.
I was behind the stage. I was the only seat. I was behind the stage, and I thought that I was safe there. I thought I was like behind the scaffolding. No one could see me, and I was there just like having a fat cry. And then like I thought I was safe. I thought I was hidden. And then I had all my mates go, "Gee, were you crying behind the stage just then?" And I was like, "No."
Were you not?
You blokes don't cry. Oh, yeah. I should have said that, bro. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
There's actually a great photo of that. It's the most beautiful photo of Finn ever.
Is that the one of you like?
Yeah. I was in awe, man. I was in
That's
awe.
so awesome.
And being able to tell Finn that after the set was just like magic. It's crazy that like through music, you like so much can be expressed, you know, and how much feelings and how emotive it can be. And you could see Finn up there, and he was just again so authentically himself. Like it was really beautiful to see. It was like actually awe-inspiring, you know, like seeing that stuff like makes you want to be more authentic yourself.
Yeah, awesome group. That's fucking cool. What a cool story.
And actually, that's a bloody good segue, Finn, what you just said there before about bringing people who are themselves on stage and allowing that to be part of creating this environment, which is what we're going for, which is be yourself. That's like number one in our ethos. That's sort of made so much sense why we'd pick out artists who are so themselves to help create that feeling in everyone else, and that's part of the experience.
That's what it should be. Like, over everything, it's just, Like,
So-
the rave is a place you can come and be yourself and be at home and be safe and have fun. Like that's the bottom line to having fun, is being safe and being yourself. Like, that's it. Like, the rest is easy.
For someone sort of your stature in the game, you've got kind of the, you know, some would say the scene on lock in terms of UKG. Look, I mean, look at this shit. Culturally
Hell yeah.
and performatively. It seems like obviously that would be the next step. You'd start playing international and get recognition international and become an international scale DJ. What has that whole sort of idea been like in your career?
Yeah, for me, like, again, saying like 50% of the time kind of thing in New Zealand is like still a really important part of it. Pushing international as much as I can to get those moments away and enjoy like travel and expand audience and, you know, achieve those new experiences, new friendships, new connections, everything. But like, for me, finding like a sick 50-50 balance, which I'm like working towards, I guess, like I'm actively kind of striving towards that. That's important. Like, I don't want to move to London. Like, I don't want to live in London. I love going to London, but man, I reckon I would fucking lose my mind if I had to do winter there or something like that. So like, I feel, and like, also I just love New Zealand. So keeping on expanding internationally, but still with that like balance and finding that balance. Because a lot of people do think like, oh, you got to go overseas and then you're touring forever and then you're going to come back here and do one show every 2 years and then fuck off. But like, that's not really something I'd like. Like, I think it's important to keep culture alive in New Zealand. Someone needs to be keeping it alive here. And like, I'm not saying that's like going to rest all on my shoulders, but I can help. Half Queen said like on her story, something along the lines of like someone's going to make Auckland cool. Like I'm not touring right now because someone's going to make Auckland cool. So I'm like, I really like that. Like, it is important. Like, and also the next generation, they need to have those sick artists in New Zealand to look up to that, give you global mentality as well, but they're still like the bros that you can catch in Auckland or in Tauranga or in Matakana on the 31st of December.
Oh, if you've got something to chip in, bro.
No, I was just going to say, there is a huge gap in that, and I feel like Auckland is like lacking someone or people, a group like leading the way and creating that culture here, because, you know, you can sometimes feel it like compared to when you go out the festival scene over in London, overseas, like there is that sense of just freedom, you know, where I feel like that hasn't quite hit us yet. And so that's why it's so important, like as you said, like instead of just like getting your recognition, then fucking off overseas, excuse my French, you can actually just like keep it here and then keep growing it. And then there's the people like who do see you as like an uncle, and then you can help bring them up as well. I feel like it's kind of, there's so much to go around, but I feel like we kind of are almost we're missing that message a bit, you know?
Yeah. Bro, yeah. And like another quote from another goat who I really look up to is Goldtooth. He's a fantastic DJ. He put something about like people give local DJs a lot of shit, but they're the ones that are like harboring culture and like like it's like the all big things coming local DJ, but like some people just want to play at clubs in their town and foster this awesome scene and like get people excited about the music industry in their own area, which is so important because like, again, going back, like what made New York so cool and like, you know, golden era of hip hop, or like garage coming out of like London, like South London and shit like that. It's like there were people fostering their scene and it just happened to bubble over. It wasn't people chasing some international thing. Yeah. It's important, man. It's important. So it's like, that's why I'm such an advocate for like getting out and just enjoying club culture in New Zealand. Don't be all, I wish I was in fucking London summer. Like, have a few beers with your homies and go have a boogie at Neck of the Woods, man. It's fucking awesome. Like at the end of the day, good music and good friends and a dance floor is the same everywhere.
For Kiwis, it's so easy to just like be like, oh, the overseas is way better, like Europe's way better because they're bigger and better, and you see all this flashy, amazing, like big superstars, big names on the lineup. So it's like better, worse, but doesn't recognize the actual real human local community and vibe, which is what we were evolved to be in.
Exactly. Like I've had like so much fun at festivals with fucking 15 big names that like one of them would be a headliner for a New Zealand festival. Like that's mean, but I've had like equally as good nights with like no headliners and like new DJs or like someone who's starting out, and there's like, it really isn't like a better, worse situation. Like a good night is a good night no matter where you are. Like as long as you make it that, yeah.
I remember the first time I actually met you. You probably don't remember this because you get this often, but it was actually at Laneway and Humdy was playing, and I just remember just like seeing, like you had almost had this like glow around you, just like, you know, you're just enjoying it full, like wholeheartedly for what it was, and it was so cool. It was so infectious, and it was like fighting that urge to like come up and join you, but I was like, leave him alone. He's like he's just having a good time. You just don't want to interrupt. It's just refreshing, you know. It's like just dance and just like have fun, and then like you could see the impact they had on like the other people around you, and I don't think you would have noticed it, but like around you was this like big outer circle of people who were just like following your lead, you know. It was so cool. So yeah,
That's like, that was definitely, I remember that set. It was so fucking fun. You should have come for a Cunny Cunny, man. Because that was, I was just with like, yeah, all of like just people I love, and like I feel like it's very like similar, like your friend group. Just like, I don't know, like you see them on the dance floor and you're like, fuck, I want to go and dance with them or like them with my friends. Like, let's go do that. It's like, oh, it's awesome. Definitely come for a Cunny Cunny next time. Anyone, like if you see me shirtless like I was at Hamdi, fucking like shaking my ass, come and dance too. That's so fun. Yeah.
I feel like it's the biggest compliment ever, being the crew at a gig that's like having the most fun and like going hard out like that.
Bro, for real. Not the like ones who are dressed in the best outfit, like being too cool, having a cigarette at the back. Like the dorks that are like sweaty with their glasses like wonky and like they're dancing, just having the time of their life. Like that's who you want to be, man.
Being like this public person, being someone who people are like, should I go up and talk to him or should I leave him alone kind of vibe. Like what kind of keeps you grounded, or how do you internalize and develop that sort of status?
Yeah, because like, fuck, like in the scheme of things, it's really not like nothing crazy, but it is like really humbling every time someone does come up and like have a yarn. And man, sometimes I just like, I don't know, I'll just be fucking blazed as at a gig or something like that, going non-verbal, just like really enjoying myself, and I having a yap with someone. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry if I come off as a bit of a dick right now. I'm just like, you know, but like it's awesome, man. It's always people as well that like, I don't know, like I really love hearing like other people's stories of like what's up, I like your music, whatever, seen a good set, and then being like, oh, I make music as well, oh, I play here, or I've played here, I'm playing here. I'm like, fuck, that's so cool. Like, so you're that 18-year-old that's going to be like taking the reins next. Like, that's sick. Like, nice to meet you. Yeah, I really love that. It's awesome. It is buzzy though sometimes, and like, especially with my mum or something like that. She's like, bae, and I'm like, fuck up, bae. it's jokes, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Would you be able to take a pick of or shout out a few artists who are up and coming, who are sort of ripe for their recognition?
Like Junie, he's definitely well on the scene, but like huge things loading for him, I reckon. Like he's like established, I know, but like I think crazy. Reason as well. I really like Bushki, like her mixes are fucking sick. Like I think she's got a great ear and a great taste.
Applied.
Applied.
She applied for the festival.
Oh, she applied?
Yeah.
Nice.
Shit, man. I'll take
Camera now. We got to do it.
I'll take 15%. We'll start at 15. You can go up to 20 later, but
Manager Max.
yeah, chill. Who else? Like specifically New Zealand?
Nah, go wider if you're thinking thoughts. Let them out.
I mean, like Zack Attack's real sick. Like a guy out of Aussie. Heaps of sick people out of Aussie actually. Oh, this is dude. Actually, nah, I need to big him up, but I fucking forget his name. But he sends me tunes all the time, and he's awesome. And I reckon we need to release one on community service. And I played one of his songs the other week at a gig, and he was like, "That's the first time anyone's played my song in a club, bro," which was fucking awesome. And I was like, "Dude, it went off. You hear everyone scream? Skellig. Skellig. Skellig? My dyslexic ass. Skellig. What would you say? Skellig?
Skellig, I think.
Skellig. Don't get your education at Gizzy Boys High School, kids.
Where is he from?
Auckland, Tamaki, I think. Hey, yeah, he's at quite a lot of net gigs that I play and see him around a bit. Yeah, he seems like he's about the culture. He's like always there with just like a couple of homies, or maybe even pulling up on his ones. Which I respect, bro. Like, got so much time for people like that.
Sick. What have you seen people trying locally or nationally that is sort of you see as being in the right direction for trying to grow good gigs and good festival kind of culture and good outcomes for the people?
I feel like first, like talking before gig, like leading up, like if you see like lots of good co-popper around, like what you were saying, be yourself, come as yourself, like having that as like a mission statement and like expressing your mission statement, leading up to a gig, like that to me, I'm always like, oh, these guys give a fuck. Like, this is probably the right kind of people I want to be playing with or attending or being around. Like gigs that, like, maybe don't put out a set time or, like, don't put emphasis on headliner, locals don't give a fuck about him. Like, gigs that kind of, like, make people pull up and they've curated the music and, like, you can tell when that is the case. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like venue as well, gigs that give a fuck about the sound system, so important. Holy shit. You can have the best artist playing, and if you're still getting your ears like blasted off in the top end of the frequencies, but you can hear your friend like talking next to you, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, just big rigs, people that care about the sound, getting good sound people in, like just pre-tuning rigs well, like people that care about the sound.
You think like it's EDM, it's electronic dance music, it's electronic, and it's literally signals sent into a thing that projects it. Like, that's like half the
bro, yeah,
equation.
like that's more important than the DJ. Like, if like the best DJ in the world is playing out your fucking like crappy like Temu Bluetooth speaker, like it's gonna sound ass. Like, so yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer, but it does get looked over in like and fucking swapped out for I don't know what, but maybe more superficial things that look good on Instagram. I don't know, yeah, but I reckon like just like on lighting, don't have to go too crazy, some sweet lasers, but like some fucking big sound system, that's going to be a fantastic gig.
I mean, aside potentially from Neck of the Woods, if that was an obvious choice, what's like one of your favourite venues in New Zealand that you'd shout out?
Yeah, I love Neck for like so many reasons, and like we don't really need to even mention it, but like their sound system's fucking insane. I really like Il Bruto when I've played there. They've got another great sound system. It's like, I can tell that club, I guess, was made with passion. I don't know much about the bro who started it, but I can tell like he loves techno, and he really wanted to start like a techno club that was like a strictly techno, and like unfortunately maybe New Zealand didn't have the market for it, but like I still really love that club and like love going to gigs there. It's intimate, it feels cool, there's a great sound system. I feel like I really just attend Neck of the Woods so often recently. Yeah, like there's just like, and maybe that's like but no, like Neck of the Woods is sick, but like there maybe is like a bit of a lack of other venues in Tamaki that like kind of facilitate the music I want to hear and like a sick system that I want to dance to. Yeah,
it's a funny thing. It's like coming fresh into the industry basically. So I'm a salesman, Finn's a builder, Mike works in IT, and Scott was a translator before AI took his job. Like, we just started fresh once we had this paddock and we managed to pull off a gig and then realize, we can do this large scale with a budget. It's just kind of figuring out what's up with the New Zealand music events market, and I mean, just the market's just so like stretched thin in terms of punters and money, right? Like,
Yeah.
it just seems, like you say, like Alberta, there's a single club in Auckland, our biggest city, that's trying to do techno, and you just don't have enough techno, like, gig goers to be able to make that even happen. Like one wee club. Like, let's say industry figures. What can industry figures in New Zealand do better or do to help bring up the New Zealand market?
Like I can completely sympathize with every promoter because like I've done that job before and it's fucking stressful. Like people don't buy tickets to the last minute, and if you're not breaking even or losing money, you're making very little. Like I can understand the margins are so small, and like the kind of things like us getting a bigger sound system in just like not a priority that you push to the front. Like shit, like gigs aren't like necessarily cheap overseas. Like maybe like a little bit of understanding. The more you pay, the better the experience. So like pushing for like $10 tickets to like a all good gig. Like if we could like make them 25 and people be all good to buy 2 weeks out from the event, buy a $25 ticket, which is like, I don't know, like that's like an hour at minimum wage. But also like I understand it is hard out there. So I'm not like by any means like being like, oh, just buy more fucking gig tickets because fucking butter's like $45,000. So like fuck, I do understand like, yeah, I don't know if I have all the answers, but I really want to see that scene foster more and like people get around that more.
Well, this is what we're here for, so.
Bro,
we're
exactly,
hoping for
like
that.
exactly, like, and I fucking love that, and I'm so stoked to be a part of that mentality and that ideology.
Sort of one thing that we're figuring out is we want to make a 3-day festival because Finn and I, especially on the team, we've been overseas and experienced like 4-day festivals, camping festivals, where you're just like living the land for 4 days. Like in the tent, you've got this massive place to explore and everyone's kind of in it together, and you just leave after that 4 days feeling so connected to like human beings because you're just on this crazy journey together. But then if you want to experience I guess we've just run into a lot of people who say sort of like, oh, I'm 23, like I'm a bit old for a 3-day festival, but it's kind of like they've never been to a 3-day festival which would be great for you at your age, actually perfect for it, but like you didn't realize that you can just come on a hill in a single space and just like not lose anyone and just like absorb the music and just be around good people. And we're trying to convince people to come to a 3-day festival kind of thing, and I think we're seeing that from a broader sort of context and being like, how can we help foster the community at large by offering and selling people to get there, and then they'll enjoy it and be like, damn, we should do this more, and then people can start succeeding on that.
Yeah, you leave the festival feeling like actually a part of something, you know, like when you are there and you foster those connections, it kind of just snowball effects. It just builds and builds and builds, and all of a sudden you're left there with like so many more homies. Like you've made so many more memories instead of just like
Post-school camp feeling.
yeah, bro.
We've got some stuff cooked up.
Okay.
That's sort of going to be, people don't know about it yet, and it's going to be a thing that we spring on everyone, but it's going to be kind of, there's going to be school camp vibes going on.
I fucking love that ball rush, man. Let's go.
It's like a 1,500 person game to capture the flag, bro. That's so tough, bro.
Thinking where you're saying that like maybe the mentality around festivals in New Zealand is like you're gonna go so hard for these 3 days and like cook yourself out, and like maybe like the older mid to later 20s are like, fuck, I don't have that in me. I just want to go and like enjoy a pleasant time for 3 days, which is facilitated a lot more in overseas festivals.
Might I suggest, we've got tech decks here, of course.
There's one right behind.
Sure, yeah, our product placed this. Yeah, we do.
Should we say like I might just take a 2 minute, I just might use a little 2-minute break. Let's do some tech deck filming, and then we can sit down and get
Dance, monkey. I just need a piss, so can you just dance? Oh! Yeah, the wow. Yes!
Yeah, so my question was, like, you talk about doing heaps of cool stuff with your mates.
Yes.
How much of what you do is just like with your friends?
Bro, all of it, it's so good. Because like, I really love the idea of being able to have other creative outlets. And like, I have lots of homies who do have other creative outlets, and they want to be able, like, I don't know, like the collaborative kind of thing is like what makes it so fun. Because like cooking and scheming on your own is all good, but like when you've got someone to be like and be like off the gonster and get mischievous with, and like that's so much more fun. And like cross-pollinating skills and connections, and like time and budget. Like it makes so much more sense just to work with the bros, and it's just it's fun. Like I wouldn't change that for anything.
You seem to have this real deep appreciation for Aotearoa and what it's like here and the people here and what's going good for us. Do you think that's because you're surrounded by, or you sort of make yourself surrounded by so many amazing people?
100%. Yeah, like I like for so many other reasons I really love New Zealand, but like realistically when it does come to it, like it is like I've got like such awesome humans around me. And like, they're all very much in similar spheres, and we all do get to like be collaborative and work together. It's so fun. It's awesome. And it's like just me picking up new skills off the bro, like learning with the bro, doing anything with the homie. Like, I don't know, like love a YouTube tutorial, but like if it's you and the bro figuring some shit out together, or like they're passing on some knowledge, they're teaching me to screen print and I'm fucking teaching them to mix, like that just feels awesome. That feels like the goated commune. like,
Yeah. Well, we've got plans in the works to live in a commune when we're older, Ethan.
Yeah, that's the dream. Just to have a commune and a bit of land up north, and just like have all the homies with I'll build all the houses individually. We just do that shit. That's so much fun.
Fuck, sign me up, bro. Anyone needs a DJ lesson, I can.
Yeah.
I can teach people how to make monsters, fingerboards.
Only monsters and gimmicks, bro. That's it.
I'll be like coming to your house, like I'm so hungry, bro. Can I kickflip for some bread?
Dance.
Yeah, dance. Oh man, commune jester, bro. Like sign me up.
When it comes to Jester, when it comes to like comedy, it seems like you just can't escape it in like anything you do.
Oh yeah, it's I'm just fucking crack up, eh? Nah, man, it's just, I think maybe the way that my brain manifests. It wasn't good in high school, man, but fuck, I can actually just talk shit and it be my living, like, contrary to what I was told. So,
I was listening to this podcast with Mitch Lowe,
Yep.
and he was just talking about how like he and all his mates who were in this, like they all dropped out of school early. They just didn't feel like supported or like it was the right place for them to like, because it doesn't support the kind of the outliers in a lot of ways. Like, how did you feel like a similar story with that, like being so unique and authentic to you yourself?
no, I feel that. Yeah, 100%. The mainstream schooling curriculum didn't agree with me at all. And like the way that my brain works did not agree with it. So I dropped out when I was like 16, I think. But it was kind of just like a figure it out, like fucking, I don't know, like but absolutely. And growing up in Gizzy, like the Gizzy Boys High School mentality, we get shakes behind the camera. Oh hell no, it was classic like macho fucking tall poppy rugby focused, like emphasis on academia, but really not in a way that I clicked with. Or like not even emphasis on academia. I'm capping there. It's just like emphasis on sport, eh? So it didn't agree. So I was pretty keen to get out of there, and I moved to Auckland pretty young. I moved up to like study at Mains when I was like 17. So I was just really like, fuck all of this. Like I'm trying to like, I feel deep in my heart I can just be silly for a living. Like I feel like my creativity, like, it doesn't fit the molds of, like, going to university. Like, it could have potentially, but at that time of being 18 and not really knowing what I want to do or, like, anything like that, I just felt like, I love music. I love being a silly Billy. Like, let's just go and, like, have fun. And, again, like, quite happy at a young age to be like, I'm not going to be on banker money ever in my life. Like, I'll probably never own a house. Shit, can I have $20, please? But but like it's that compromise is so worth it, not to feel like such like you have to cookie cutter yourself into it. So like, damn, if school feels like such a push, then like what the world as like an adult is sold to me, I don't really want to conform into that either. Like, so find own paths. And I was fortunate that one little path has kind of worked out. We're all good, man. We haven't starved yet. We're out here. We're having fun. Surrounded by you lovely people. So, yeah, it also worked. Exactly, bro. Kick flipping for sourdough. Come on now.
Yes. So when you moved up to Auckland, is it correct you were with Frank Booker learning the DJ?
Yeah, that was a bit later. I moved up originally, potentially still a bit out of the like, I could never make music my full-time thing, but I studied live sound and like, so doing, you know, live engineering, concert packing, worked in that for like a year, bit over a year. And then I was like, about 20 when I was like, man, I'm gonna go. I want people to pack in for me. Like, I don't want to move these boxes no more. I went back and studied DJ and electronic music production with Frank Booker, the GOAT.
How did you sort of find your style yourself as a DJ?
Bro, actually, Frank Booker, like, really influenced it so much. Who he is as a person is just, like, the coolest guy ever and so authentically himself. And, like, has had a career that has, like, seen, like, the style of music he plays be really popular and then fade off and keep getting popular, like disco and funk. Like, it does ebb and flow with its popularity. And he's just, like, been himself the whole time, held it down, made it work. Like, he wasn't jaded by the industry, like, and was realistic about it being difficult as fuck. And, like, and so many, like not everyone will be able to make it their full-time thing. But, yeah, his, like, transparency with that, but then also seeing how real he is, and he's got a beautiful family, and he I don't know, he was just very inspiring to be like, oh, just keep at it. Keep being yourself, like, do what you need to do. You'll find your feet, like, whatever works out, works out. Like, he'd be, like, teaching our class and then go and play to, like, 30,000 people at a flight facilities gig in Melbourne and then come back and, like, I was just, like, sick. Like, man, if this is what my life can be, like, remotely like, that's awesome. Yeah, shout out Frank Booker, man. Awesome.
Yeah, it's funny. Luca actually had a very similar story he was sharing with us about
Yeah.
the influence Frank Booker had on him, man. He sounds like quite the amazing human.
He's phenomenal, bro. I met Luca in that class. Yeah, like, I needed a flat and he needed a flatmate, like, with, like, the first week. And I was like, sick, bro. So, yeah, fucking shout out Jordan as well, man. Big up Luca. But, yeah, Frank Booker's a fantastic human and incredibly talented and wise. And you want to be the best person you can be in class for him because, like, that's the GOAT. Like, why would you want to be a little shit?
So we had a call with Paige Julia recently, and
Sick.
like a 90-minute conversation that we were just left blown away by, like, her approach to everything and her insight on everything.
Mm-hmm.
She said something along the lines of, there's about 11 or 12 of us in the country who managed to do performing as a DJ within New Zealand like a full-time thing.
Mm.
That's kind of a crazy number to think about. Do you fall into that category yourself?
Yeah, I guess I do, like, do not have any other, like, regular main source of income.
What was it like sort of reaching that point and realizing that actually you are here, you're at that life that Frank talked about?
It was like, I always kind of had it in my mind because I went from studying music and kind of, like, pursuing it more seriously, but also, like, I needed to pay some bills. Rent's not cheap out here. So I started working, like, retail jobs because I really like fashion. That was another passion of mine when I was, like, a kid. I really loved clothing. So I was, like, working in retail, and I kind of had this, like, thing. I remember seeing, like, an interview with Kid Cudi that he was, like, working at the Bape shop in New York until it got too many people, like, pulling up on the shop to, like, take photos with him that they had to be like, I think you should, like, probably go do music now. And, like, he had to go on tours, and they were like, you should probably just quit your job now because, like, you're all good. And apparently he's all good. I had that in my mind, and I'd always say that to my boss and be, like, kind of joking about it. But it got to the point where I was just, like, taking so much work off and, like, doing all these shows, and I was like, fuck, I could probably, like, skim by. Like, just got to take that leap of faith. And also it was, like, a post-COVID, like, so much reflection, and, like, this is a very privileged look on it that I took that leap of faith, and, like, it kind of worked out. But yeah, it was just, like, taking so much time off work that I was like, fuck, Kazi, I quit then. Like, if I'm going to have all this time off because I've got an offer to go and play somewhere, like, I'm going to do that. And, like, it worked out mean. And shout out Jordan from Checks for being understanding of that and very supportive of that. And he was kind of like, proud of you, bro, let's go. So, yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I've just had a similar sort of experience with telling my employer that I think I need to do this festival thing, and I think we got something here. So
sick. Were they they're like, fuck, go, bro, awesome.
I booked dinner with him, kind of like just randomly, like a catch up, we'll just catch up, and I was telling him about the festival that happened. Like, did you hear much about what happened, over the break? And I showed him like a video of the countdown set playing, and sort of just showing it. He was like, "Whoa, holy shit!" Like,
Yeah.
my youngest salesman is doing some shit. Yeah. and then basically pretty quickly after I just kept talking about that, he's like, "Oh, you want to do this full time, don't you?" And I was like, I can't do this full time, so I think I want to move in that direction. And he was like, brilliant, like we can do 2 days a week. What do you want? 2 days, 3 days? We can see value in you. We'll make that work. So they were super awesome with it, and then I got 8 weeks left until the contract just ends, and it's all in.
So 8 weeks from now.
From now, yeah.
Perfect, bro.
Jobless. Yeah.
It's exciting, man, and like, you got the right attitude. Like, it'll be all good. Like, we are kind of low key sold a lie. I hate to put the tinfoil hat back on, but like, we're sold a lie. You don't really, like, we live in such a crazy day and age of like so many jobs that did not exist fucking 15, even like 5 years ago. Like, just you don't need to work that 9 to 5, and it is like a definite fucking lie that is your only way to survive. And like, working for these big corporations and making their money is not the only way to, like, that's not the only way to live. There's another system, and like, you just have to have a bit of a leap of faith and like hit it up. But again, like make sure your ducks are in a row. And it does come from like, I'm, different circumstances do affect things, and I'm completely aware of that. That can be like a privileged outlook, but also like, fuck, you only got one life, man. Fuck getting to 80 and being like, why did I do that?
Yeah, and if you've got the position of privilege to be able to take that leap of faith, like if you don't do that because others can't, then we'll never have people like you and pushing the culture forward and stuff. If you've got that opportunity, take it, kind of.
Yeah, hard out, and hopefully it does shift mindsets on like a bigger scale, and commune loading.
Putting these down as we were going, so they might be like jumping back and forth. If there was going to be any message that like someone could take from like being at one of your shows, or seeing you live, what would you want it to be?
Be more silly, have more fun. Yeah.
Well, part of the reason why we booked you 100% is because of exactly that. Like, that's what we want to see. But we also want to know, what would you say you're going to bring to your set at Matakanarama?
Yeah, that's exciting. I feel like I've like been branching out recently and like playing like a bit of other stuff that's not my normal, or like trying to get booked for gigs that's like a bit different. And like at this point, I couldn't tell you exactly what flavor I want to bring, but I really would like to bring something different. But I will be like a lot of energy on the mic. Like, I'm gonna put my whole Badusi into this thing and like really make it like something special. It's not just gonna be another set. So yeah, I think a lot of different sounds, lots of local. I'll make fucking heaps of edits. I've got so much unreleased. Like, yeah.
We were talking about culture before, and I'd love to know if there's anything specifically from Aotearoa that you draw inspiration from when making your music.
Yeah, totally. I've had these talks like with Karu a bit as well. Like, the things that make like NZG, not UKG, like they sound so similar. Like, even to like a trained ear, that's like the same shit. But like the nuances of using like samples from like Adija, or like some like Kiwi band, or like a new Kiwi rapper like sample, as opposed to like a Skepta. Like, even though I'm guilty of rinsing every Skepta a cappella, don't pull up the clips. But like, it's like those little nuances like that make it Kiwi. And like sonically it does sound like a lot of it does sound like UK music, but like I like love working with Kiwi rappers and like trying to like get actual features as much as I can, like getting Mellow on tracks, like Dead Forest, like doing the remix for Scribe, like really like bringing those like Kiwi accents to like this style of music felt really important for me to establish like this is like New Zealand's version of this music, and we're not just making that music out here.
I remember, I was actually going to say it before, I remember you and Double Whammy and like Mellow Downs jumped on, and he was like standing up, and it was just like, it was like electric. I remember actually being with Mikey, and we were just like, look at you, what the fuck is going on? Like, it just felt so, it was like it felt like such a cool cultural moment. Yeah, like you just bring those two things together, and like that Kiwi accent rapping over like a hard UKG beat is just like so tough.
Bro, thank you. I was just so stoked on that night. That was awesome, eh? The little, had to keep him secret too, which was even better, but everyone knew. And I guess like also, like, stepping out on a bigger scale, like a lot of the music coming out of the UK that we are influenced by is like influenced by like West Indian and like Caribbean migrants to the UK. Like that's like the base of all that kind of sound. And I feel like they share a real similar sound to like Polynesian music. Like it's like a lot of like percussive, like reggae's really popular there. Reggae's really popular in Aotearoa and like around the islands, and like even like the traditional music is like a lot percussive bass, like heavier bass music. And like naturally like that's kind of formed into like mellow style of like rappy reggae, and like lots of people draw that kind of similar influence but from different areas. So it like kind of makes sense to like fill out that last little bit here in New Zealand, just the way it has like evolved in the UK in the 90s kind of thing, which is, yeah, I thought that was like a really cool parallel that I kind of like sat down and thought about one night, and I was like, oh yeah, sick. Like it is like a really similar tone that has like influenced all of those many decades ago. And then New Zealand has a very similar love for this same kind of like reggae drum and bass. Yeah, so the evolution seems like the natural next step. So facilitating it feels really special.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so many moments like all around the world where there's been like these huge cultural pivots of like music lifting off, you know? And so you can kind of, you don't know when that's going to come here in New Zealand. Like there's been small ones of like different genres, but maybe not so much in like the UKG scene and all these other bits. But like even the New Zealand presence that was at Glastonbury this year, like that was amazing. You
Fantastic,
know? Like,
yeah.
That felt like it was one of those moments. It's like, oh, we're on, like this is, you know, this
Yeah.
is our chance, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe there can be more than 12 DJs that go off this full time.
Holy shit, imagine that.
Crazy thought, right?
What are your thoughts on drum and bass in New Zealand?
By fucking all means love drum and bass. Like it's like such fun music. And I don't know how much of it was like actually like the culture or how much was it was like what people think about the culture, but it did feel like one track minded for a bit there maybe. If it ain't drum and bass, don't play it. Like, and these are drum and bass festivals and drum and bass artists, and we just play drum and bass, and we only listen to drum and bass. And if I'm chilling on a Sunday, I'll listen to Liquid, and if I'm going out, I'll listen to Jump Up. Or like, you know, like it's like it felt like there was like a one track mentality, but that feels it's shifted a lot. Like there are so many drum and bass producers that are getting into making other stuff or just like, I don't know, experimenting with other stuff that I feel like that was a long time coming. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely elements of like it became this weird status default amongst a lot of people. I mean, I was in Dunedin from 2019, 2021, which was in the thick of the drum and bass only sort of mentality, and you'd talk to blokes or girls who just kind of had this weird thing where it's like, yeah, like we're cool, we listen to drum and bass, you know, like there's obviously like an undercurrent of like that non-music fans who would just like it because it's like what the Castle Street Breathers would pump
Straight up
because it's aggressive and loud. And
yeah, well, if you get like fed it, like, and like all the parties you go to that your homies are going to, and that's your community, is like, well, of course. Like I've talked to people overseas and been like, our like top 40 stations like ZM and like The Edge and shit play drum and bass records. They'll play a Wilkinson record or something. People are like, the fuck? Like, how's it going from Dua Lipa to like Wilkinson? Like that. And I was like, that it's so popular that it's become like that like thing. And like I have a lot of respect for the community as well, like staying so fucking 10 toes down on it, but maybe it was maybe a bit more superficial. Like there are definitely heads that I'm like, you know, like you have studied this and you love this culture. But yeah, I'm glad that we are out of the epidemic of drum and bass being like the default go-to. Like I fucking love playing in Dunedin because they eat up everything. Like they want every fucking, like you play a drum and bass song, they'll lose it, but then you play like garage or dubstep or like a UK funky track and they're getting down on that too. I'm like, hell yeah, Dennis. Like you're doing all right, man. You guys growing up.
yeah,
your kids are all right.
yeah, man. No, it was dire for a moment there. I just remember walking, and like anyone who went to Dunners would know this, but walking to the Leaf Liquor store, which is like 2 blocks from the flat, on like maybe 5 p.m. on a Friday, when the sun's going down, you just hear like, you'd hear one source of drum and bass, and then another one would come up, and then you'd hear like 4 at the same time from different like
someone
blocks.
like triple dropping from like different flats.
Yeah, literally. And you just walk and you just hear just like the fucking bass turn into, yeah, it was kind of nuts. That was so sick about it though. At the same time, it's like, where the fuck am I living right now? Like this is crazy.
Yeah, I can totally like I would like if I was living on Castle Street, I'd be like, yum, like eat this all up, like let's go. Damn, Cam, you've said yum too much, bro. I just said it. The HYAN feature-length film, mate.
Yeah, well, bro, appreciate it so much.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's so lovely to properly meet you, not just in the dance.
Yeah.
You too. Chibo. Commune loading.